Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play this video and talk about things that are going on, and better explain what's going on, and talk about things that I think that are being done right and or done wrong. Here we go.
I'm Assistant Chief Wyatt Martin of the Houston Police Department. This critical incident briefing is intended to provide you with information about a Houston police officer-involved shooting that occurred in Splendora on August 23, 2022. You're about to see video footage that is related to this incident. HPD conducts thorough investigations into officer-involved shootings. These typically require investigators to interview multiple witnesses, view numerous hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. It is important to note that we are in the very early stages of the investigation, and we continue to review additional evidence as it is collected and analyzed. The videos you're about to see can be graphic and may be difficult to watch. These videos may also contain strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. On Tuesday, August 23, 2022, officers from the Houston Police Department responded to a call for service regarding a kidnapping hostage situation at 440 Benmar. Officers were advised that an armed male suspect kidnapped a female at gunpoint from a business. The kidnapped female's supervisor had a previous dating relationship with the suspect and wanted to exchange the female employee for the supervisor. Prior to law enforcement arrival, the employee supervisor agreed to the exchange and met with the suspect in the area of 3115 Lyons Avenue. She then became the hostage, and her employee was released without harm. HPD officers operating in unmarked vehicles located the suspect vehicle traveling northbound on U.S. Highway 59. At the time, the vehicle was being driven by the hostage. Mr. Porter and the hostage pulled into a gas station. When the vehicle attempted to leave the business, officers surrounded the vehicle. Mr. Porter reached for a gun and was shot by Houston police officers. The hostage was able to flee the vehicle to safety. Officers rendered aid until EMS arrived and pronounced Mr. Porter deceased.
So,
vehicle. Hey, we have a couple SWAT SUVs closed. Are they separated? They weren't in there together. Cameras on. They're both inside the store, guys. They're both inside the store. Hey, Marco, there's some way that you guys can stage on to the south. You guys can stage on the south side of that subway. That'd be perfect. Hey, somebody give us the address. Marco, I'll send it to you, bro. Round 4717, Highway 59. It's going to be a shell gas station. It's just to a subway.
I don't know what the fuck this dude's doing with his camera. He's obviously got it on, but it's...
So this will be a two facing north. Give me east of a wood. Sound the west side of the store. Just to confirm, both the female and the male are inside the vehicle, correct? Yes, sir, that's correct. Hey guys, I need to give you this hold you guys to a SWAT position, correct? Hey, Chief, it's Marco. We have a couple SWAT SUVs. I don't think we need to let that car get back on the road. Give me the radio. Give me the radio. They're going back in the car now. It's going back in the car now. They're loading back up. Yep. Now. Do not let them go mobile. Roger. Alright, guys, they're pulling out. You have to do emergency BCT and emergency BCT if we can't let them out.
Alright, so I don't know what he was doing. I think he was purposely covering the camera for some reason. I think that's probably because he was maybe texting on his phone or something. When it's obviously action time, he throws whatever thing he had over it off to the side. And it could be that he was concealing his uniform with that. It could be that he just had that over top of him. That way you couldn't see I don't know what he's wearing, but, he could have a vest on that says police across the front. He could have a badge on it. So he could have been using that as a bit of a disguise. That way if someone were to look in this vehicle, they wouldn't be able to tell. Because you don't see visor lights in the top. So there's no LED giveaways. There's no spotlight or anything. Like, I'm assuming that on the outside of this vehicle, you can't even tell it's a police car. Or it's a service vehicle or anything like that. So anyone can look in and see him. So that could have been him hiding his uniform. Or, like I said, it could have been him covering the camera so that he could text. And he's just worried that the open record stuff that could be coming out of this, whatever he's texting on the phone, he doesn't want it being out there.
Shit! Hold what you got. He's down. Hold what you got. Sergeant Duval, move.
Hey, back out of there. There you go. Everyone check yourselves.
Fuck.
Everyone get behind cover right now.
Cover. Get behind the stile.
All right, so we don't see much of this guy.
Fuck. Shit.
So he gets out of this Charger right here, older model Charger. He does that and dismounts, gunfire starts, he's to the back. He's not in a good position to do anything. So I don't see anything wrong with him dismounting, get to the rear of the vehicle like that. He's putting as much of the vehicle between him and the gunfire as possible. He's got a lot of people up here, right? So he went to a safe spot, and then he quickly realized, hey, the vehicle's not the best place to be. I need to get the fuck further away from this, and he moved. Good. If his task is to pin the vehicle in from the rear, then I don't think he's done a very good job with this. I think the good thing is the hostage was driving, and of course she's not going to be motivated to escape and evade as much as the bad guy is. If the bad guy was driving and these vehicles came to the front and blocked his egress, he very easily could have threw the vehicle in reverse, cut the wheel hard, and then bam, went out that way, or backed up this way and hit hard again, and then go across this grass to this parking lot and get out. If you're going to be pinning vehicles in, you want to get bumper to bumper. You never want to leave this amount of distance, or try not to leave any distance at all. No space. The more space that is given, the more of a higher likelihood that a person can manipulate that, use that to their advantage, and get a purchase point. It just takes a little bit of movement. A little bit of space for you to get the momentum to move your vehicle back, hit the other vehicle with enough momentum, move it out of the way, and then go. So if you're going to be doing this blocking in thing, bumper to bumper. That makes it more difficult to move the other vehicle out of the way or give them maneuvering room. That's the hostage over there. And you see this officer or this SWAT guy going to get her. Let me turn this radio off. Alright. Sorry, there's a radio that I had on the shelf. So he's getting her and taking her to safety. Obviously, she's in shock. One, for being hostage. Two, for the gunfire, almost being dead. She may not be thinking clearly. She obviously went into flight mode and got that distance, but she stopped. So she could have been frozen, just not sure what to do. Obviously, he knows to get her further away from there because missed rounds, ricochet, etc.
Hold on. Hold what you got.
He's down.
Hold what you got. Sergeant Duval, move.
Hey, back out of there. There you go. Everyone check yourselves.
Fuck.
Everyone get behind cover right now.
He's got the right mindset. Being out in the open is not the best place to be. You want to get behind cover. That way, if the fight starts again and bullets start getting your way, you're behind something that can stop those bullets. Yes, you got a vest on. That can stop bullets. But do you have a vest covering all of your arms, your face, your pelvic region, and your legs and your feet? No, you don't. You want to be behind cover. That's the best place to be in a gunfight.
Go, get behind the silo. Get behind the silo.
So he starts off with his camera being in the seat. You hear the radio traffic in the background. It's about to be action time. He's throwing the vest on. So I'm assuming that he's got his vest off for the same reason that I think the other guy had clothing over top of him. He is trying to conceal the fact that he's the police. He's trying to look like a normal person. He appears to be in a Honda. I think that was the emblem I saw on the steering wheel. Yeah, he's in a Honda. That's not a typical police car. So anybody can look through the window and see him in there. If he's got a vest on, obviously that's going to give him away. But it's about to be go time. He's throwing that bad boy on.
Take something. Take something.
You're okay. Yes. You're okay. You're all right. You're okay.
Thank you.
You're okay. You're okay. You're all right. You're all right. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Hey! Get in ambo! You're okay.
Thank you.
So I don't know what his initial plan was. I guess he thought he was going to take up the rear or come in from the back. And then he sees the hostage getting out.
Hey! Come here!
So he's trying to get her to get the hell away from there. Go on the other side of the building. The other side of the building, from one end of the building to the other, that's a lot of material for bullets to go through. Not likely bullets are going to hit them on the other side of the building. So he's trying to get her off the X, away from that side, onto the other side. Let's talk about her for a second. So they said that earlier she's the supervisor and the dude took a hostage and she agreed to meet to exchange herself for that employee. Man, that's a hell of a fucking supervisor right there. She willfully went to meet this crazy son of a bitch so that one hostage could be released and she take their place. Not something I recommend people do. Don't get yourself in a situation like that, because for all you know, as soon as you get there, that person could kill that person and then kill you. That's a gamble that I wouldn't recommend anybody take. There could have been some type of relationship thing going on, like she could have been in a relationship with that employee. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything other than what they're saying in this video, but that's a lot of courage right there. A lot of courage to willfully trade yourself for someone else. She's got bigger balls than some other dudes do.
You're okay.
Thank you.
You're okay. You're okay. Get in.
Alright, so this looks like he's trying to conceal his identity as well. Using fabric to cover
Cover, red car, cover. All right. Everybody good? We're good.
Wanna take a breath?
Alright, let's back this up. So it looks like he was in the BMW. He pulled in right here to block this part of egress. Again, what I said earlier about space and everything. So if it was the bad guy driving, all he had to do was back that car up, turn his wheels this way, and he would have made it through here. He would have moved this damn thing out of the way. It's in the grass. It'd easily slide. And this, even if he hit it front on, if he has the distance, he's moving this thing back. So this vehicle could very easily get out. Now, this car is in the right position. It's bumper to bumper. But that rear car was not. And again, like I said, very easily, if the right person is driving, this could have got out. So he fires the slide lock. He drops the magazine out of the gun. And I don't know if he just doesn't have an extra pistol mag on him, or he's having a thought of it would be a whole lot better to have a rifle. And he decides to go for the rifle. Throws his pistol in the car, grabs the rifle, and goes. So now, all he has is a rifle. He does not have a pistol anymore. Please don't tell me that's a fucking enforced light.
Cover!
If he had that rifle in the car, then I think that should have been the first thing he grabbed getting out of the vehicle. He should have had this positioned in a better spot to be able to more easily dismount from the vehicle with it.
Cover, red car, cover. Everybody good? Everybody?
On to the next.
He's still moving, man, get out! Sit there. Hold on. Hold on. Move. Hey, back out there.
I did not contribute to shit. He didn't do a fucking thing.
He's still moving. He's still moving. Man, get out!
He's up front, like, he could have done something, but he does nothing.
Sit down. Hold on.
Bracelet right there. WWJD, what would Jesus do? I think Jesus would get up there and fucking do work. not just hide behind this fucking car.
Sit down. Hold on. Hold on. Cover. Calm down. Hey, front thing. Fuck! You got it! He's still moving! Man, get out the car! Now sit down. Hold on. You good? Cover. Stay out. What you got? Start your ball. Move. Hey, back out of there. There you go. Everyone check yourself.
What the fuck? You guys not even in a fight.
Everyone get behind cover right now. Cover. Everybody good?
Alright, this guy was giving a shit speech. Boom. First round, damn magazine falls out the gun. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Fuck! Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Fuck! Cover! So, I don't know what all he's got on this gun. Of course, we can see red dot. Down here, we can see the flared out mag well, and he's got some type of magazine plate extension thing here. I was wanting to try and see if I could pause it to see what his magazine release button looks like. Fuck! It's probably the best view I'm going to be able to get. It looks like it's possible that he has an extended magazine release button installed on this gun. And so those might sound like they're a good thing to get. In reality, they are not. Because this is the thing that could happen. Under stress, you getting a good solid two-handed grip on the gun, you're pressing into that extended magazine release, and boom, your your magazine is falling out of your gun. The last thing you want in a gunfight is your magazine to fall out. So one or two things has happened here. Either A, he did not fully seat the magazine into the gun itself, and then when he fired, mag fell out. I don't think that's what's happening here. What I think is happening is the second possibility is he has an extended magazine release, and that under stress, him getting that two-handed grip, he inadvertently pressed into that thing and it released the magazine. So do not get extended magazine releases. This is one of the things that can happen.
You got it! You got it! He's still moving! He's still moving! Man, get out the car! Get out the car!
And then his gun appears to go into slide lock after 3 rounds.
Get out the car!
Don't know what happened there, but he had 2 bad things happen to him in a gunfight. I don't know if I want to be riding around with this guy. He looks like he might be bad luck. Definitely, if you're going to be doing, a lottery pool at work and you send someone to go get the ticket, this is not the guy you want to fucking send to go buy the lottery ticket. Chances are, he's not going to buy the winning ticket. And I'm not saying anything like that's bad about this guy. He's just got some bad luck. Real bad luck. Yeah.
Now sit down. Hold on. Yeah, good? Cover. What you got? 34. Move. Back over there. Back over there. There you go.
It's a new mag in the gun, racks it, and slide is locked. There's something going on with the gun there. I don't know if this is a gun that he has modified himself, or if they bought it like that. I think it's probably something he's modified himself. When it comes to modifying guns and doing stuff to guns, it needs to be very, very minimal things that you're doing to your gun. Otherwise, you start putting all these other, these different internals and all this other stuff onto the gun. You're just increasing the possibility that you're going to put stuff together wrong, or it's just going to be cheaper aftermarket stuff and the gun's not going to work the way it should. Straight out the box, a factory Glock, it's a workhorse. I mean, the Glocks will work even when they're fucking broken. I don't know what problem could be occurring here with his gun, but I think it's mechanical related. I think it's something that he has put into this gun, or someone has put into this gun. So when it comes to, the magwell stuff, yeah, sure, that's okay. Is it necessary? No, I don't think so. The only model, okay, you buy a brand new Glock, stock, out the box. For me personally, the only thing that I will modify on that gun is replacing those factory sights and putting big dots on them. That's it. That's the only modification I'll do. Then I'll add a tactical light to it. That's it. I don't do stippling. I don't put, this other trigger spring, this other thing in there, blah, blah, blah. I don't do any of that shit. Aside from that, the only other modification would be if you have an older generation Glock that doesn't have a red dot plate on the top, is sending it off to have it milled so that you can put a red dot on it. Other than that, if you got a newer generation Glock, then the only thing that you should be doing is changing the sights out. If you've got the red dot plate on there and you plan on putting a red dot on there, you need to put tall enough sights on there that you can co-witness through there. And then add your light. That's it. You don't need to do anything else with that gun. These magazine extension plate things, I don't see the point in them. If you want a longer fucking magazine, get a P-Mag. Get the 21 round mag. It works. They work perfectly fine. I will go with that. Not this plate extender thing you put on the gun. There is fighting stuff and then there's competition shooting stuff. And sometimes, sadly, the competition shooting stuff that doesn't need to make it over to fighting stuff makes it over to fighting stuff. But then sometimes competition stuff actually does work and it makes it over to fighting stuff, like red dots. Used to be the only time you'd find red dots on a pistol would be for competition stuff. It was a competition shooter thing. Then it made its way over to the fighting stuff. That was a good transition. That's great. That works. These little mag plate extender things, that's kind of a competition thing. It making its way over to the fighting world, I don't think is the greatest thing. We got companies out there that make out the box, out the bag magazine that does the same thing. Like I said, a PMag. Get a PMag 21 rounder in there, works perfectly fine. Moving on.
Everyone check
And I
yourself!
don't know if he even recognized the fact that his slide's locked back. Because he keeps it pointed at this vehicle the entire time with it locked back. He's not able to shoot this damn gun now. It's useless. It's a hammer. It's a hammer with an expensive optic on it.
Everyone. Everybody good?
Ready?
Slow these guys. Yep. And we're going to push towards kind of the front.
Okay.
That way you can look in there and get good eyes on them.
Good. Pistols in the lap. He's down.
If you want to try to scoot around to the left. So if you hold up front, we're going to move around, right? Shield?
Okay. Yes, sir.
And,
Coming. Stay front, Aiden.
Hold cover on him.
I have one, but I'm just making sure they're training. That's where.
You want me to move the beamer? Okay. Yeah, I got hands. Get that pistol first, and then we'll get him out, all right? We're going to grab that pistol off his lap first, and then we're going to get him out. Yeah. All right, pistols on your hood. All right, you got gloves on? Yep. Seatbelt.
What I think would be very acceptable is someone get a rifle, climb on the hood of this car, and just put the fucking muzzle of that rifle up against that windshield and sight in on this dude. And if he's playing possum and he all of a sudden, comes to life or whatever, that person's going to be in a good position to right then and there just start plugging rounds through that fucking windshield and fill him full of lead. Be the better positioning. It's better than having a pistol right here. That would be the great thing. That shield could be thrown right here on this portion of the windshield right there, and that person, like I said, they just crawl up there, get down in a kneeling position, and just aim over top of that shield, and just put the muzzle right on the windshield, aim down right in there, like perfect field of fire right there. And then as that person transitions out of the vehicle, a second person with a rifle is right nearby to take over lethal cover. So as he's still in the vehicle and they're reaching in, grabbing a gun and stuff like that, someone's on the hood, muzzle down with a rifle through the windshield at him, and then as he's dragged out in position, someone else with a rifle takes over that cover. And then the person on the hood can move and take another position.
Anybody else got gloves that can help?
Yeah. Hey, hold on. I got gloves. Still working. Breathing it off and checking Did somebody get some crime scene papers? Not feeling close.
Probably going to have to grab this other arm right here.
Oh man, the amount of cops out there who do not carry gloves is fucking astounding. And like to be in this position to where you're on a specialized team where you get to wear fucking street clothes. Like you ain't been a cop for 1 year. Like you've been a cop for a while. You just don't get on a position like this being a fucking rookie. So like where's this guy been at his whole career? The amount of people that you come across who are covered in piss, shit, vomit, blood, oil, and other like sticky shit, like other like whatever, like the amount of people you come across who's covered in that kind of stuff is high. Like you should have gloves on you, your vest, your kit. Like, yeah, your street clothes. You don't wear a duty belt. I get that, but your vest, your work vest that you can throw on, you should have a glove pouch or something on there. You should have gloves on there somewhere. Your back pocket of your jeans, you could slip a pair of gloves in that back pocket, and it's not printing. It's not like it's going to give you away or anything like that. And there was some type of time frame here where they grouped together, got a shield out, and made movement on this guy. So timestamp right here is 1817. Let's back this up a little bit more to the actual gunfighting itself. 1812. So they could move back over there. 1813. So about 4 or 5 minutes maybe elapse before they formulate this team and get the shield and go forward. Like that's enough time for someone to get some gloves out of a car, put them on, etc. You've got to have gloves. You've got to when you're dealing with criminals, and especially if they're covered in blood. You have to assume that they have the worst thing imaginable. You got to assume there's something worse than AIDS. You got to assume that they got it all. They don't just have one thing, they got everything. And especially when you're dealing with criminals, the chances is higher. Especially the ones who get to the point of having to be shot. People like that have made a series of bad decisions in life. And some of those bad decisions could have been unprotected sex with prostitutes, sharing needles, etc., increasing their chances of having some type of communicable disease. But it's not just criminals you got to assume, it's everyone. You got to assume everyone has something. Even if it's a soccer mom, someone who looks like they're upper class, you have to assume they have something. Because you don't want to take that shit home. It is a life-altering thing to get HIV. Life-altering. If you did not have HIV that leads into AIDS, then you could possibly live to be 75, 80 years old. You get HIV and AIDS, you're probably not living that long. And if you do somehow make it that far, which I don't think you are, then flu season for old people is if older people, if flu season is such a risk for older people who don't have AIDS, like you have an AIDS, like you're fucked. Like your life expectancy goes down. Your sexual partners. Who wants to stay with a person who has HIV or AIDS? So if you got a boyfriend, girlfriend, do you think they're going to stay with you much longer? If you're very young and you haven't started a family yet, but you're married, is your partner going to have unprotected sex with you to have a child? If you're a woman and you catch HIV AIDS at work, and let's say the husband goes and provides a semen to the doctor, and then they go in and fertilize you with that. You giving birth, you have an increased likelihood of the baby having AIDS, HIV. Like why would you want to bring someone into the world and they automatically have HIV? Like, what fucking quality of life are they going to have? So, it is a life-altering thing. You don't want to catch shit. So, wear gloves. If you don't wear gloves or have gloves on you on the regular and you're a cop, like, you're fucked up. I mean, sincerely, like, of all the people you've come into contact with and have been covered and all that stuff, like, why are you not carrying gloves?
Still working.
Legs, Scott.
Where's the gun?
We already got it. We secured the gun.
Just turn him over. Get him in a recovery position. There you go. Yeah, recovery position right there.
Hey, who shot?
Back this up. So they're not too far from grass over here. What I would do and what I recommend is if you can get to grass, get the dirt, and work on people, do that, because it's going to be a lot more comfortable. It's going to save your knees when you're on grass versus being on hard concrete like that. Not much else to say about this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.